Alright, there we go. That should be better. How we doing? Well, come on in. So yeah, for those who didn't actually get to catch it live, how you doing? Good to see you. Only a little bit super bright today. That's cool. So this morning we got to pop into a video Discord done by one of the devs of Twisted Insurrection, which was absolutely amazing. He was able to walk through a bunch of the patch changes, so that was absolutely amazing. So big shout out to Crimson over there for hosting that and going through the huge amount of changes they made for Twisted Insurrection. I would point out that Stream, I think it's Stream 89, is currently streaming as well. He's checking out some of the campaign of this too, so be sure to go over check that out. But I'm hoping to hop into the multiplayer and give it a go. So yeah, here's our overlay for this. So with the latest update, my game audio is a little bit loud in my ear. With the latest game update, it gives you a whole bunch of settings so you can customize the client theme, which is awesome. But we're going to go straight to CNC now. I'm currently using the new factions theme, which is pretty sweet, playable for the first time, I believe, with this patch. So hopefully we can get to show it off with a few games. But yeah, really excited, really looking forward to some matches. I'll create a lobby. Danku's game. Oh, welcome. Create game. Let's see if we can get some people in. So here are all the various factions that they currently have for multiplayer. Pretty awesome. So you got 2 GDI factions: Falcon Divison, Phoenix Regiment. Crimson was able to go through a bunch of those and the differences this morning. If you weren't able to catch it in the Discord stream, I'll have it on YouTube after this, so you can check it out there. And then there's a couple of the nod factions, Genesis Legion and Sons of Kane. And then, as I was saying, there's the kind of new faction, or firstly playable faction. They do have a mission in the campaign on this, which is cool, with GloboTech. And then Forsaken here you can play, but only under a certain game mode. I think it's under Unholy Alliance or Survival. You were able to try those out. Lupus, good to see you, dude. Welcome on in. Yeah, it's been a fun morning. Let me just have a quick look over on the Twisted Insurrection Discord. See who's around. Play some games. If there are people not around to actually hop into the lobby, I'll be able to fire it up with a couple of bots. You know, check out the AI, see what kind of a job it's doing, and be able to show off each of the different factions a little bit in a multiplayer setting. That'll be kind of cool. I am going to turn down my camera brightness because wow. Yeah, my plan is to stream for 2-ish, maybe 3 hours, just to show this off a little bit. That's fine. Bring this over here and turn down the brightness. There we go. Still got a bit of a glare, but it's good enough. It'll do. Okay. Sure. Let me just take care of something for 1 sec. I'm basically going full vampire mode, staying indoors on one of the hotter days of the year. I have no shame, it's fine. Yeah, I guess while we're waiting for people who actually want to play games and things, that I might just hop into a game with some bots and see how it goes. We can show off a bit of this new faction, the GloboTech guys. We'll go, let's see what kind of maps we got going. There's some 3-player maps that could be kind of fun. 1v1 might be a little bit easier while showing off stuff. You're enjoying way too much your in-game track at the moment. Nice, Lupus. Soundtrack for this game is absolutely phenomenal. I couldn't believe it when I tried it the other day. The other cool thing with this patch is they've added all these icons. So I think this is something great that other mods could pick up on, is adding in these specific icons to highlight exactly where all the civilian structures and like respawnable Tiberium and things are on the map. I think it's such a nice choice, especially when you're like not familiar with the maps. It's pretty damn cool. So what are we going to go with? No, that one had nice lighting effects. Final Haven. Yeah. Although there's not a lot of tib, I want to kind of make it a little bit easy to show off some of this stuff. This map's got loads of Tiberium. Okay. I'll stick an AI here. We'll stick an AI here. We'll probably die pretty quickly, but that's fine. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to put the speed cap up to 45, so kind of like faster. Actually, I think I want to go here. This looks like a slightly better spawn spot. And I'm not here to make this harder for myself. So I'll try GloboTech. We'll throw in a GDI and a not opponent. For colors, we'll go, I guess we'll go with teal. It's usually pretty good. The GDI will make them kind of, I guess we can go with their default colors, gold and red. See how that looks. Tunnel should be okay. In terms of all the settings, they've got the kind of standard stuff here. Tech level, you can enable crates. Sure, why not? Bonus crates, safe crates only. We want to keep super weapons on. Don't really care to. Do we care about engineers? That's fine. If they capture our stuff, it'll be funny. Enable ion storms. Interesting. Free radar. Nah, we'll keep it to the traditional. See the scenery and be able to actually go out into it. Uncrushable infantry, Tiberium proof infantry. So there's a lot of cool options in terms of abilities here. No hero units, so you can drop off a few of these. Hey, Crimson's actually in here. Awesome, dude. Thanks for popping in. Sure. We can 2v2 AI. Yeah, we can 2v2 some AI unless some other human players want to jump in. This is your different files. Unusual. We were able to hop into a game just before he went live for a stream, so maybe it's an issue on my client, but I don't think I changed anything since. This kind of looks like a nice map. You got good chunks of starting Tiberium. Let's see, we got heat stroke. Other features of these maps is you do have some access to this red Tiberium, which is a nice visual effect. Same with some blue Tiberium. A very cool thing about this mod, even in the campaign, is that it tends to be set between the first and second Tiberium Wars. So you do have this mix of more modern units and some of the older kind of TwistedDon style models that they've ported towards the engine, which looks super cool. So I would definitely recommend having a look through some of that. So you can kind of see here an example between like the regular Tiberium having the respawnable stuff, but you can still see it as well on some of these maps. It'll just show you the regular Tiberium without the symbol, meaning that there's not like a tib tree or a crystal. Sure, awesome. Sounds good. Yeah. There's Crimson. Crimson's back. Nice. Nice. Got 3 human players. I assume Crimson is... That was great, dude. That was really clear. all the factions and changes. Exactly. It would be boring if they went perfect. Hey, Xeno, so you're just saying, as I see, the mod is a standalone game, so you don't need the base game files. That is correct. It's standalone, and if you do this command, TI, there's a download link to it if you want to download it and play around with it. It just went live with this patch this morning, so it's V, I think, 9 of the actual thing, V0.9. So you can go there, check it out. We can do, I guess, since we're 3 human players, we can go 3v3 against AI or free for all. What you think? Yeah, no worries. You know, we'll probably dive into a game here, and then you can get in next if that sounds good. As you say, I'll be playing for a couple of hours, showing off the different factions, and hopefully get some games against the player base, which is always nice. Maybe I'll go Ultramarine just to mix it up. PvP is more exciting. Yeah, we had a few like that in DTA. It's always, we can have it, we do PvP is better if we can get 4 players. Cool. Someone on stream said get them in for the fort, but 3v AI while you wait. How's that sound? Yeah, no, DTA, Dawn of the Tiberian Mage is a fantastic mod. I was wondering what he meant in terms of balance. I was there on the day for DTA. It was a lot of fun, and we did a few different combinations of versus AI versus players. So while we wait for Xeno, how about we go for this? Also, the name of this map is pretty funny. I guess we'll go against 3 medium AI, like this. B. Cool. Oops. Medium AI. I really want to get into this and like just be like absolutely in the zone with the soundtrack. I think this is good. Sweet. Whoops. What is Egypt? It's a it's kind of like it's a slang, especially here in Ireland. It's kind of more common, I would say. Kind of like idiot a little bit, but I'm assuming in this concept it's a play on the word Egypt. I don't think it's meant in that context. It's just because of my locale. But yeah, let's get into this. Let's show off this global faction. This is my preferred faction, just because it's like totally new to this mod specifically, and it has variations in terms of what's available to it. Hopefully this loads in okay. Maybe we'll have to change the tunnel, but we'll see. Are you going to join as well, Lupus? We can get you in. If this doesn't load up, we can always go for a 4v4 and then go for a 2v2 maybe. That could be fun. See how well it holds up. Connection to Crimson tanks lost. That's weird. I'm gonna guess maybe there's tunnel issues. Yeah. Transform. Fit the screen. Looks a little bit. Yeah, there we go. That looks better. If you ever played the original map in Yuri's Revenge, you might guess what it's about. Fair enough. Change tunnel. Well, what's a good tunnel? Also, we're currently on the Canada one by default. EU fast server, 30 milliseconds. Official, no. Maybe this one? Hey, ScapE. My boy. Okay, we got a good few players coming in here now. So I guess this will do. Cool. Lupus and Xeno suggesting they can't see this game in lobby browser. Oh, you know why it is? It's because I had the game locked at the moment. I'll unlock it for the well, we can try. No, I'll launch this one and I'll unlock it for the next one and see if we can get a few more in. This is already looking way better. Awesome. We can hear some of these tunes. Come on. Connect, please. There we go. Nice. There's a Conyard. Get our generator up. This is our version of power plant. Flippy, good to see you. It's been a whole day since our last encounter. Always nice to see you. Welcome on in. Don't know what that was, but I'm sure it's fine. Hopefully the game audio and stuff is okay. I have it a little bit low actually. Let me knock it up just a smidge. I had it a little bit altered for the stream this morning. Here we go. Oh. I don't seem to have access to my chat key. It's currently bound to Y. Okay.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building. Training. Unit ready. Unit ready. Unit ready.
Yeah, I'll rehost the lobby.
Unit ready.
Let's see some of the faction buildings here. More mission.
Battle control offline.
Yeah, the new GloboTech buildings look very nice. How to get more factions? You only see 2. And on the top left of your lobby, Xeno, this thing here, make sure this is set to default, and you should be able to choose from all these factions. If you have this set on TwistedDon or a different setting, it's likely that it'll be different options available to you. How about that? Cool. Okay. The new the sub factions look nice too. Yeah. As I was saying, Crimson went through all the different variations between them and what they're kind of strong or weak against, which is very nice to see. Sorry, can you see it now, Lupus? I've unlocked the game. Suggest multi-engie? Yeah, if we're playing against human players, it's probably a better option. Just in case someone engineers the rest of us. Great. Nope, even while unlocked it wouldn't show. What version are you running, Lupus? Out of curiosity. The latest one, 9.0. Yeah, that's the version I'm running. What I'll do, guys, is I'll try to get into the game with these guys and just to show off some of the gameplay, and then I'll recreate this lobby and see if that might rejig it or restart my client. Not quite sure what's up with that. Again, it is release day of this, and it's the first real update the game's gotten in about 2 years, I believe, which is kind of crazy. So there probably are a few teething issues with it. So bear with us. We'll try to get you in for some games for sure. Let's say we'll be playing for a little bit, so if you don't mind waiting, that'd be cool. In the meantime, you can watch me get destroyed.
New construction options. Construction complete.
Also, just reinstalled this game today. Huh? Interesting. I wonder, because of the people that are currently in this lobby, I'm not sure how many of them are exclusively devs, because there's a dev branch of the game and there's for testing purposes, and then there's the live branch. But I believe we're all using the same branch currently because it is the latest version of the game. So I don't think it's necessarily an issue there, but it's a potential thing. Not too sure. What are the GloboTech faction? Where do they come from? Are they human? So they are human. From what I've said, I haven't played a huge amount of the actual campaign. I played some of it, but the idea they only have one mission in the campaign as well currently. But from what I've seen, they're more of a allied type faction, so they're like a UN GDI style group, is the impression that I get. GloboTech is basically the super corporation that was formed for most of the corporations around the world. Yeah, there you go. It's the EU, United Nations model.
Construction complete. Unit lost. Cannot deploy here. Training.
I want to get the radar facility. Something like NATO with their peacekeepers. Yeah. This is again why I kind of chose this faction, since it's one of the newer playable ones. A little bit of hitch and lag here. That's probably more likely to my connection. It's been a bit suspicious today. Hopefully it's not too bad. Before we get the tech center, we get the assembly lines. This is like the corporation's war factory. You got these pretty cool looking structures. You got the power generators. You've got the radar station. The refineries look nice. Harvester is very unique looking, as are the units on the side. So peacekeepers are your like minigunners, enforcers are like your rocketman, engineer, medic, very straightforward. Defender you unlock when you get the radar. I believe these are likely to be stronger anti-air, but I'm not too sure. You can do a force fire. Yeah, you can see they do kind of kind of a flak type attack, which is cool. Get the assembly line up. So we have the Warden tank is kind of their main tank. Then we have Lancers, kind of like an MLRS, and then of course an APC type structure. Now that we have that, we'll go towards our tech center. Here's an example of the tank. We'll just do some shots. You can see laser type turret, pretty shiny, nice effects, pretty nice. You got some nice veins, you got some creatures hanging out here, you got a mantis, you got some of the traditional floaters. The glowing effects and stuff in the Tiberium is quite nice. This latest patch, I believe, added reshade to it. So if you're familiar with Warzone or Iron Shock or a bunch of other mods that tend to use it, then you'll have a better idea of what's involved there. So with the use of this structure, the tech center, you can actually get the kind of unique infantry unit, the Perseus, kind of like a Ghost Stalker. Also unlock the ability to build some disruptors, so we get a few of those. Turrets, we'll put down 1 or 2 of these just for demonstration purposes more than anything else. I guess we'll go up towards this direction if we can. Unlike traditional Tibstone in this mod, the turrets are a 2x2 tile radius, not a 1x1. And similarly, there's no kind of component tower structures for any of the factions. It's very much all an isolated single structure, which is nice in terms of saving your micro or for your expansion purposes. We've got some nice explosions and stuff kicking off. Just gonna play PvP games. I might do a mixture, Flippy. I'm fine with doing comp stomps. Possibly try out some of the other game modes, see how they play out if you're interested. Falcon turret. I don't have a particular set in stone plan in terms of what to play out. Just try out some game. As I say, I've only played a couple of games of the PvP in this in general before the patch. So I can't really speak too much in terms of like the major changes, but being able to show off the new faction is definitely hopefully entertaining for people to see. Nice. So we get that down. And next up, the command center is the next unit for tech purposes. The command center should allow us to build the what's basically like a giant titan, pretty much. It's like the super unit for this faction. Here's our lancers if you want to see how they look. Kind of shoot these 2 projectiles, very similar to an MLRS. Some cool effects there with the meteor strikes. It's very nice. It's pretty cool. Nice way of distributing Tib trail map. Gonna need to get an extra ref. I'm kind of behind in my eco in a big way. Maybe I should cancel these, get 2 harvesters instead, and then get the disruptors. Oh, are you kidding me? That's just unfortunate placement. Yikes.
Construction complete. Unit ready. New construction options.
Here comes the air units. Shit. So try repair this. Get a SAM site up. Don't lose it. No. Shit. That's my own fault for not having anti-air. I should have had SAM sites or a few of those infantry around. But I do have this special unit out. Loop is saying, okay, so it seems that it ain't only your game that it's not listed. So there are a couple of people's games not listed. Okay, so that hurt me quite badly. We'll use this. The scanner ability comes with the tech center here. As far as I know, it's very similar to like a hunter seeker, except it doesn't explode. It'll go off to one of your opponent's directions and give you some vision, which is pretty cool. The Talos Walker. This is our like super tech unit. It'd be nice if we could try get that out before dying, but we'll see. It's going to be a bit dicey. Da -da -da.
Insufficient funds.
How about a show force? Special forces here. Ready for action.
Of course, like other Tibstone games, you have Q move in this too, as you'd expect. You have access to a monitor drone unit, which is kind of like just a quick unit that you can send off across the map. You can deploy it as well, which I believe gives kind of an EMP type pulse effect, as far as I know. These guys are having a rough time trying to get all the TIB. They're waiting for it to regrow in the starting area, because it can't expand due to the lack of my conyard. Going to be in a bad way. Looks like we got some action over here from some of the players. Very cool. And we're going to get the Talos Walker out. Get some of these. We'll get a couple of enforcers up. Yeah, and here's our Talos Walker. So this is very much like the very heroic unit of the faction. As you can see, it's pretty much like a gigantic Titan, but it's got some like kind of Gundam influences, which is cool. And of course, the twin legs is very much kind of like classic GDI style. And you can see some of the various attacks and stuff from this unit, so it's pretty cool. So I'm not the first out, so there's at least that. It gives me some respect, right? Is there attack move? I don't believe there is. We can go quickly into the keyboard here. Controls, lines, deploy object, grant control, guard, scatter, interface, follow. I don't believe that there is an attack move. Similar to the way there wouldn't. I don't think there's a default attack move in the base Tiberian Sun. If there is, it likely is in this. I just not familiar with it. My boy. There is no attack move. Perfect. Thanks for clarifying. I guess we're gonna have to long distance mine some of this blue tube, right? Destructor is kind of what you would expect. The models for this, I will say, are very nice, coming from a primarily like TwistedDon Red Alert background. It's very familiar. You got these kind of more blockier type units and structures, which I really like. I think it looks really cool, really fitting for the setting. And you can see how that contrasts to the likes of GDI, who have like this really heavy gold contrast to their buildings. And then of course you have the chosen player color. Really like the aesthetics of the tech center for GDI as well as the comm center. These like multi-tiered structures, very cool. Closest thing to have in guard mode in terms of attack move, yeah. So you have your traditional put units on guard. Tib exploding, always gotta watch out for that. It's a real working hazard. What do you want? Defenders? I guess we get a few defenders out. Since we have the cash, we're floating a little bit. It's unfortunate that our Conyard got wiped out. I can build actually a replacement Conyard. I don't know why I didn't think of that. If we can get a replacement Conyard up, I can try to show off some of the air units. Meanwhile, I'll use a kinetic bombardment, the super ability of the faction. Hey, Rels! Welcome on in. Good to see you again. We're checking out some of the Twisted Insurrection multiplayer. We've got a few players here. Currently playing is the can Harvester's Crush. I want to say yes. Currently trying out the unique faction that they have currently released for playability with this patch. Some of the units were accessible before. So yeah, did I get the... Oh, I did get my Conyard back up. Sweet. Okay. I don't know if everyone's just being nice and not attacking me, or if I'm actually holding up okay here. It's hard to tell. Pretty much the normal settings of Tiberian Sun also applies to its mods. Yeah, exactly, Flippy. It's very much a case that... that is very much the case. You kind of have to work within the restrictions of the engine, right? I think it's one of the reasons why the likes of Iron Shock ended up using a different engine, they kind of switched over to the Yuri's Revenge mod, or engine, for a few different reasons in order to enable the use of ion shock, but it's definitely... Ooh, there goes that ref. It's a cool ion cannon effect. So we'll put down SAM sites. That's kind of our big underlying issue at the moment. We'll get a couple of SAM sites, and then we'll get a helipad or two and check out some of the air units just to show them off a bit. Yeah, game engine in this, exactly, Flippy. It's kind of a case that there's only so much you can do it. Trying to implement attack move into a game that doesn't have it in by default is like a huge undertaking. And there are restrictions in terms of what you can and can't do, so you tend to focus on the advantages of what the engine enables you, and you kind of learn from that. Okay. We're doing alright. Get a helipad, that's what we're after. We're alive, somehow. We're hanging in there. I might pause production on these disruptors for a bit so I can actually afford the air units. So we get the helipads down. What I should actually get down straight away is a second refinery, because if I lose this one, it's game over for me. Harvester suicide attack. That's right, harvesters likely explode in this when they're full of Tiberian. So we get the refinery, and after the refinery, we'll get the airstrip, which we just unlocked through having the tech center, I believe, and the helipad, which gives you access to the sort of dive bomber units, very similar to like the A-10s and Don, the Tiberian Mage in some ways. What am I after here? So you get gun drone as your default air unit. Basically has unlimited ammo, which is pretty nice. It's pretty fun. I'm not sure why my display looks like that. I'll have to have a look at it after this game. It should be showing up a bit clearer than this, but hopefully it's not too bad for you guys to see. So here's our airstrip, and you can see the Apollo bomber is the unit. Here's the actual gunships that have actually got, I believe they got infinite ammo. And we'll send some guys over here. Caution, cheers very much for hosting the stream, dude. Appreciate it. I hope you're feeling better and taking some time off to properly recover. It's been great seeing you around for the multiple events during the... Try not to die. It's great to see you around during the multiple events of the remasters. Hopefully you feel better soon. But yeah, cheers for the host, dude. We can see this guy do a little dive bomb attack. Boom. Nice. Yeah, GloboTech Shrimp, they just released the ability to play as it in multiplayer with this patch. I know that it has been kind of featured throughout some of the campaign missions, but this is really the first time that you can actually play them as a fully fledged faction, and they're so much fun. I think they're my favorite faction currently between the GDI Nod and GloboTech factions. And to show off the super weapon, if you haven't seen it before, it's about to hit here. There she goes. Pretty nice. Am I building? I'm not building. That's always a bad sign. Get these, get enforcers. I've lost my assembly line, which is kind of why I've stopped producing. Bad. I think in order to make this faction shine... I got the Conyard after all. Oof. Interesting. I don't think I was expecting that. As you can see here, gunships actually can use the helipad or the airstrip to refuel. It's kind of nice. Assembly line. Do I still have more than one refinery? I only have one refinery, so I need to fix that immediately. Because if I lose my eco, then I'm just dead. Looks like there's kind of a tech gun turret here that was captured. Use my little dive bomber on it. Not super effective. Kind of comes down to the armor types of it. Low power is going to slow down my production. I'll rely on a bunch of these wooden tanks, and I want to say Lancers are anti-air. I would hope they are. Otherwise, I'm going to get dead pretty quick. Some of the terrain here is a bit malformed, so trying to place structures is proving difficult. that's fine. I haven't really been attacked from the right side, so I think I'm going to focus my army over here. You can see I've got like a mini air force here now. Maybe I can try to take this out. I need to fix my power situation. Gunships, not going to be super effective against structures. Yeah, and he's got anti-air. Because I only have one airstrip at the moment, I'm trying to be conservative. Micro a little bit with it. Harvester. Oh, they're going after. It's kind of weird. This droids are going after the harvester. Some of it's going after the structure too. Kind of funky. Cool. I usually use the hotkey 4 for my planes. Now that I have 3 of them. And we'll see if they do better damage against the comm center here. Boom! Hell yeah. Just like the general overall aesthetics of this faction, I'm a huge fan of it. The colors too, definitely appeals to me. Okay, so what do we want? We want to increase our assembly production. Repair this, this. I'm amazed we're still alive at the moment. We'll try not to question it too much. Let's see. Okay, he wants to come in for some action. These are kind of like the Behemoth siege units, sort of GDI's faction. Kind of like, you think of them a little bit like Juggernauts, in terms of like you can put them into position and just have them kind of shoot off into the distance. Okay, we got our assembly line. We'll get another assembly line so we can like start mass producing tanks much faster. The Warden tank, as I was saying earlier, is pretty much the foundational unit of the faction, so we'll want to get some of that going. What do I want to get here? This opening center, not going to be enough. Damn. And he's taking out my whole army at this point. Not great situation to be in. We'll come over here. We can see his armies on the unit. Player's gone out of sync. Crimson has been defeated. Nice. Easy win. Crimson DCing, I guess. It's unfortunate. Damn, I've wondered if they will be playable. Sometimes dreams do come true. Gives me a kind of Survivor kind of feeling. Yeah, I can feel that for sure. Crimson's gone. Who else is gonna go? Is it going to be a DC all round? This is like Crimson got disconnected, so he decided to hop on and like slowly start to do it against other players, just to take us all out. Connection to this CatTanker has been interrupted. Attempted to reconnect. If all players, then you've probably been disconnected. Yes, the issue is probably on my end as opposed to theirs, which kind of sucks. But again, it's hard to tell if that's just because of the server we're on, if it's just me possibly. Rip. The other faction that's playable through this is the Mutants Shipmaster. They've enabled that. You can't play it in like a standard default type game, but I believe in survival you can play a little bit of it. TwistedDon. Oh wow, we got 8 people. All right. Yeah, let's try it out. How the Forsaken play. Oh, good to see you, Flippy. believe this is the only way you can play Forsaken currently with the latest patch. Jet. Same team? Sure. Let's do, we can do a 4v4, or yeah, a 4v4, right? Would it make sense? A, who's missing this? And then the rest of them can be like B, B, who's that, B? Yeah. 4v4, let's try it. No better time. Da-da-da-da-da. Nice. Let's try it. Ooh, nice. Be a nice change in combat to have to adapt to their faction playstyles. For sure, Shrimp. For sure. Not sure what those sound effects are. Have I disconnected already? Did I need to change the tunnel before starting up again? I think I did. This is going to disconnect. That's annoying. I think that's the sound of everyone popping back to the lobby after DCing them out. I think they all have the DC before I DC, since I hosted it. Wait for it. But yeah, the different factions. Oh no, they're slowly getting there. Nice. The different factions are very. They all have their advantages. As I was saying, I think the advantage to the corpse side is very much the air side of things, especially with like the ability to use some of those dropships and stuff. Okay. So you can see here we're using the mobile. They're basically everyone controls the mobile HQ and then goes and tries to get these crates. And then you get these units. And I'm not super familiar with the full roster units, so it's kind of chaotic to say the least. And you got some of these. There's a good example of one of the new mutant units that just. We back? We good? My KBS. It seems sketchy. Why is my connection speed acting up? Okay, there? We okay? People hear me okay? Is the frame stop dropping? Everything good? Hopefully stuff's good. 9 players co-op? No. Co-ops are for 2 players only, right? Yeah. They're all 2 player only. We could try TwistedDon. So TwistedDon is like the legacy GDI nod units only. I guess we'll mix up the teams a bit because like it's a little bit silly for balance purposes. Make sure, like, 'cause I have no idea the different levels. Pick the W.A.T map. Sure, it's got some surprises. Okay. Put me here. Put Crim here in the kind of exposed position, I guess. CatTanker, TwistedDon, and then we'll put ScapE. Oh, wait, what? People change teams? Why people change teams? Don't. You didn't have to. Don't change teams. But okay. In this case, then I guess this will go here. CatTanker. Who am I missing? Who am I missing? TwistedDon? TwistedDon, my boy. There. Motherfuckers. Stop! There. Okay. Okay, we good? Awesome. Awesome. So these are all AAAA. This is BBPB. We good? We good. I think we're good. Cheers, Rails. Thanks for letting me know. Sorry about that. I don't know why it dropped off. Okay. Sure, we'll play as Cyan this time. Seems good. I'll try it out. Yeah, that was the why did that all reset? I don't know why that all reset. Yeah, so we kind of seen the main type of competitive play. And the first round, the second round there, you got to see the sort of free for all, only having your mobile HQ game mode was pretty fun. And now we're going to check out some of the TwistedDon stuff, which is a totally different balance. It's a totally different balance in terms of the units and the roster available to you. I think it gives you it either gives you full access to it or restricts it to only the kind of twisted Dawn selection, which is cool. The way that they have the campaign set up like that, to be a little bit varied. Cool. And we're good. Let's try it. Let's see if this holds up. It seemed to take us a while to get that lobby readied up. Hopefully it's not connection issues, but we'll see. We shall see. Should be interesting. So we're back as GDI, baby. As you can see, the kind of more traditional MCV.
New construction options.
Get a power plant down. And get the racks.
Construction complete. Building.
I suppose we'll get the ref first. Hopefully we won't get rushed straight out the gate. I think our connection's all good now. Oh, what? What's this? Getting attacked by a Visceroid straight out the gate? That's all this. Give me a Rex. That's some nice music. Yeah, the soundtrack for this game is really nice. You can see here the old model, the Harvesters too. With some minigunners, grenadiers. You can see they got like the old models for the tube silo. We'll be getting a weapons factory, and then we'll get a second wrap. But yeah, it's a super nice remaster of like the classic tracks, which yeah, as someone who played a lot of Tiberian Dawn and Red Alert, the remasters, it's super cool to see its inclusion in this stuff. Yeah, they have a lot of their original artists. I think the Twisted Insurrection guys are very proud of the custom soundtracks they put together. They put a lot of work into it. Some of it's remixes of stuff alongside, like, frankly, Pappy's old tunes, but some of it's like totally brand new. And I believe that they show quite a bunch of it, have quite a bunch of it on like the Spotify too. A little painful here, and we can see here some of the old model tanks and vehicles. So we got medium tanks set up. We're going to get a couple of Humvees out too, hopefully. Visceroid's giving me all kinds of trouble on this map. see here a Kanker. Interesting unit. But yeah, the aesthetic of this is just it's so nice. For the traditional guard tower, the real question, will it have that very reminiscent burr sound effect that people know and love? And again, it's a bit different because these are single tile structures. So there's your classic burr sound effects. That alone is awesome. Look at the communication center. Obviously this looks a little bit different compared to the ones in the original TV, but I still think it does a really good job aesthetically to match the theme here. Because they're trying to match it, as I said, between the first Tib War and the second Tib War. So it takes place like kind of between two settings, and like being able to like compare and contrast these things in the same engine is just awesome. Even like the Humvee units here, so nice. So here's our comp center. We're low power though, so that's kind of rough. Good little promotion action going on. Nice, nice. Okay, this is a power plant. Next up, we're going to want to get helipad, I guess. Tech center. So what do we unlock? We have access to an Avenger Humvee. That's new. ABC is more kind of traditional. See if we can deal with this mass thing of infantry. Nice. So there's a helipad, and after a helipad we want to get ourselves to the same tech center, which is here. So we can get the traditional Orca. It doesn't come with the helipad by default because of the balance in the game and the way it's set up. I don't believe any of the helipads or aircraft landers have the units built in with them, which is totally understandable. How are our allies doing? Blue player over here playing as GDI as well, very similar base structure. Up here we have the corporation player, it looks like. However, that must be the Nod player, because you only have GDI and Nod in this mode. So you got light tanks, Vanguard tanks, interesting. You got the repair facility down. Meanwhile down here we have again very similar Nod player, must be with the variation in terms of their structures. Pretty cool. It looks like the Nod faction is getting like the assembly line type setup. Our eco situation is a little bit not great here. Here's our Orca. Can I shoot the Apache with it? Not midair.
Unit lost.
Moving out. Moving out. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Moving out. Moving out. Moving out. Yes, sir. Moving out.
Construction complete.
Okay, tech center, we'll get that down.
New construction
Again,
options.
very cool with the aesthetics, like it. So we got the Avenger Humvee, which was this.
Moving out. Affirmative.
So I think this is like an anti-air Humvee. It's an interesting way of balancing it out for these older factions. You need to kind of give GDI something to be like a viable anti-air solution. You have mammoth tanks. Obviously, we're going to get some of those. AGTs. Going to need some power first, so we'll try to get the power down. And then get the AGT, and we have looks like some of these factions have actual upgrades, so it's passive across all structures. There's a reactor upgrade here, so I'm guessing that increases the power from all your structures. We have a Visceroid doing damage here again.
Unit ready.
Not taking it easy on me, and here we have the Mammoth tank coming out.
Reporting. Moving out. Reporting.
Pretty cool, it's got like the MLRS rockets.
Report knowledge.
Interesting. We can actually build Warthogs now that we have the Orca down and the tech center. I can hear shooting, but I don't see where it is. I can see some of the more cool launch structures here. Looks like they get a cloaked harvester. It's pretty nice. Fits the aesthetic pretty well. So reactor upgrade goes into your existing power plants. Actually changes it to like the more advanced power plant setting.
Base under attack.
Rip that refinery. I guess we'll try and replace it with refinery.
Building.
Probably want to get some anti-air, so I think a few more of those Avenger Humvees are the solution for that.
Building.
Get those up. So there's red tip on the map that somebody's been abusing a little bit. It's pretty cool. Here it is here, you can see it on the map. Very nice. Got some blue tip back here ourselves. We might take our Humvee and scout a little bit.
Harvester under attack.
Here are the A10s doing some serious damage against me. Not doing the best job of trying to keep those alive. Instead of getting the tip refinery, I might try to get the...
Unit ready.
well, I need to stop everything and get a refinery pretty damn quick.
Building.
Because I currently don't have one and I'm out of cash. Use the scanner ability. Those aren't friendly. So I think I'm dead. I'm gonna have a hard time trying to come back from this. Here's our A10s coming in. I'm gonna get these Avenger Humvees. We need to keep our Conyard alive, but at the same time we also need to get a ref. Oh, and there she goes. Gonna have to sell this. Just gonna have to send it. So I don't think I do have the ability to rebuild it, but I don't have the cash. So it's very much I don't know the hotkey offhand. I have to check the commands to see for what will actually be viable to. Like there is T and Ally top, I just don't know what the hotkey is. The harvester kind of doesn't matter.
Yes, sir. Sir.
Backspace. It's not backspace for me. It should be. But chat to allies. I thought it was backspace, but it's not. It's U for some reason. No? Players going out of sync? Okay, so Xeno's been disconnected. Unfortunate. Let me just verify that hotkey. Or not. Has this crashed? I guess this has crashed. Chat to allies. What was it? U? Assign? Okay. Options menu, resume, hit U. Group Xeno. So I now can only build air units. So I can try to keep my mammoths around here to keep this alive and possibly do some damage with these. Here we're seeing Tech Center. Oh, so this is the Nod faction. So these guys are actually playing as the new third faction, whereas this is actually what the Nod structure is like. Yes. Pretty nice. You got the airstrip going here. Just a bit of a party going on. Plane rave! That's pretty cool. So you can see here the Nod faction's got some of the more familiar structures, so like the SAM site models. It's got a few of these SSM launchers, kind of like the MLS. Tech Center, you got the power plant, and you got their version of the silos and the refineries. And we've got like a little Conroy coming out here. It's a pretty fun bug. Cool to see it. They seem to have gotten my Conyard, my Orca pad, so this is all I got. I may as well come in here and try help clean up some damage. Ah, he's got a bunch of stealth units here. Okay. Here come the airstrikes. Don't really have enough anti-air to deal much, but I might be able to help wipe out this situation. There's a cool little multi-projectile drop there. So the red tip is the most valuable. I believe that's correct, Xeno. And a nod. Gonna take that down again. Very familiar structure. It's a cool way that they've gone about remodeling and restructuring it. Will we get an MCV Conyard here? That'd be pretty sweet. No, of course not. You never get them when you need them. Even if I got it, I don't really have the cash to stay alive, so this is very much me just trying to take out one of your players. And of course they have a obelisk up. Obelisk light is pretty cool. I think I'm gonna lose here pretty soon. One of the nice things though is once you use all your structures, you get full backpack vision, so it should be able to still check out what's going on right now. So here's what I got left. Yeah, I'll sell these structures, and they should hopefully give me vision of what's going on right now.
Structure sold. Structure sold.
Maybe not for team match? Guess not. You can see a little bit of glitching going on here with the airship too. It's pretty fun. But yeah, nod structure is very imposing. So you got the temple nod here. It looks very nice. And a nod. Of course, you got the comm center from the GBI player mixed in too. I think it's from the GBI player. You got the green here with the orange player, right? Here you got the tech center as we saw before. You got the nod version of the helipad. The helipads look very nice in this. You got some ravens going on. What do we got? What else we got? We got the Apaches down. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Crates seem to work well. The overall aesthetic of the interface and stuff is super cool. Which I don't know why it looked like you couldn't see that on the screen for some reason. Why can't you see my that's kind of weird. You can't see my sidebar, I guess, for some reason. You should be able to see it now. Hearing some samples from MO out here, you love it?
Our ally is under attack.
Hell yeah. So we got some tip fiends going on from the mutant faction, the Forgotten. Again, they did a very nice job in terms of getting the shaders and stuff up for the vehicles. It's pretty cool.
Our ally is under attack.
Our ally is under attack. It's like a spare MCV just chilling here. Let me just try fix this resize stuff while that's going on. Sorry guys, it should only take a sec. There we go. Should be better. Yeah, I didn't see the full thing there now. Nice. Don't know why it wasn't visible before. You want to spend way too much time in FL Studio for me to keep hearing familiar stuff in random tracks? It's a good sign, right? It's definitely a good sign. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You can see some wall action going on here now. Getting properly fortified, the traditional nod gun turrets. Power plant, little comm center. We got here Ravens, Apaches, a couple of the recon bikes, standard nod units. If I hit tab here, I can have a look at the score. Again, all these like little visual effects are pretty cool. What do we got? We got ScapE with 73, Vadam with 60, Crimsonum with 47. Okay, respectable. Naboy with 50, CatTanker 62, Danku 53, Xeno 31 is unfortunately disconnected, and TwistedDon. So this is pretty cool. You can see some of the HETs here. We didn't get around to building these, but that's what the model looks like. Looks very nice. Has the anti-air as well as anti-ground options. Huge amount of debris harassment going on. Players gone out of sync. They all go out of sync, but they not go out of sync.
Our ally is under attack.
You see the A10s there as well. That was a little bit weird. Curious what happened. It's just like DEF CON, no one wins. Yeah, exactly. What happened? Red's usually the best of the three Xeno. Huh. Guess we can try a different game type. I haven't tried this game type at all, so I have no idea what it is. I would assume it's like, I don't know. Part of me thinks like, oh, maybe it's that you're allies, but it changes or something. You get all the factions. So in these alternate game modes, you tend to get GDI, nod, as we were seeing there. I mixed it up a little bit, but you do get the differentiation between GloboTech and nod. I wasn't aware they had the GloboTech stuff enabled for the older stuff, so that's cool. So you have those three. We showed off a little bit of, hopefully you got to see some of it, the Forsaken, before the connection kind of died there briefly. So that was pretty cool. And then of course in the default game modes you get access to these sort of alternate factions. I mean, if you pick GDI, you'll have all the three faction buildings and units. To give you an example, yeah, so as I played GDI there in the older games, it gives you the full kind of plethora of units, right? So we tried that. But we can go with a GDI. We can go with a single GDI option. We'll go with the Phoenix Regiment, I guess. We try. Is there like a, maybe we can do like a 2v2v2v2? 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. How about a 2v2v2v2? So like, I don't know, AABB CCDD. D. Key thing here is that we're actually getting to see how the multiplayer games work, even if we're not getting the full matches in at the moment. Trying to think of balance. I guess A B B C C and then D D, like this. Da, da, da. Yeah, try this. Ba, ba, ba. It's pretty fun, has to be said. Units are a lot of fun to play around with. The being able to dip in, as we saw there, to the older like twisted, what was it called? The older TwistedDon stuff. Being able to check out the Forgotten in the survival stuff was pretty fun, where you just get the mobile HQ and you're running around trying to grab crates. Then you have the default. I'm not quite sure what competitive is, or if that matters. But like these other game modes, I'm not super familiar with. I don't think that they're used particularly a lot. But yeah. Launch game. Oh, CatTanker is still in the game. What? Oh wait. Competitive, probably balance maps. I can't speak in terms of how well the maps are currently balanced for multiplayer on this, in terms of these bigger ones. From what I've seen, they're relatively they're laid out in such a way that seems to favor that. Pretty funny actually to see Rambustring has made this one. He's been in every single, I think, mod that we've touched upon during the anniversary, whether he's made a map or a huge contributor towards some of the feature effects on it. So it's pretty cool to see that. Yeah. Da da da. Da da da. I guess I think it's safe for me to leave this lobby and start up a new one. Xeno and Flippy. Whoop. Circuit flip. Sure. Cool. I think I'm not 100% aware. I'm assuming that the server is going to stay up. But if I create a game like this, they should be able to jump in. I think. Hopefully that's the case. Yeah, this is a nice little 3-player map. You have the Red Tiberian to kind of fight for in the center. Yeah, we'll try the Phoenix Regiment. Will be a different color. We can go with the, the more traditional gold GDI. Although Vadam is playing that, we can go with green GDI. Why not? Mix it up a bit. Cool. So we got 2 GDI and 1 nod. Sweet. Hey, Hyper. Welcome on in, bud. We've been trying out a bunch of the multiplayer modes for this. It's been pretty fun. I might have to change the tunnel on this again. Not sure. We'll see if we manage to connect. We managed to check out TwistedDon. It was a lot of fun seeing the old model units. We got to check out the survival mode, which was like you have a mobile HQ, and you can actually play as the Forgotten in that, which is awesome. And then we had some original just versus the AI matches, which is pretty cool to check out to see how the AI holds up against the players. Checked out a little bit of how the modeling works. We actually got to see the new faction too. The new faction that you can play in skirmish for the first time. So this is actually timed out. So I'm going to use a different tunnel. This is a kind of a common problem across a few of the different CNCnet channels, but tends to happen. It's not a fault on the actual game or the recent patch. It's just the nature of the networking. Dodgy tunnel. We'll try another one. Because as you can see here, the east one was what I used before. It was a little bit sketchy. Sure. Try this. Cool. Chat froze? No worries, Hyper. No worries. Good to see you around. There. Hey, Trigger. Good to see you too. Good to see you, Tricks. You still streaming some Red Alert Remastered these days? I feel like I haven't seen you stream in a while. I've been so busy the last couple of weeks with Tib's Sun stuff though, so I might have just missed it. Yeah, Trigger's here. All the boys. Still in the grind? Good man, good man. That's what we like to hear. Okay, so we're playing as the Phoenix Division of GDI, which I'm assuming is based on air units.
Construction.
Power plant, we've got racks down.
Construction complete.
Get a few rangers out. Couple of grenadiers. Ooh, nice little crate to start off with a bonus harvester. Hell yeah. Let's go. Agents LBF, need to finish a couple of... No worries, Lupus. Thanks very much for dropping by and checking out the stream. It's always nice to see you around. I'll be on again. I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow, but I'll be on again Friday for the game replays tournament. Saturday, there's... I think the Tiberian Odyssey guys are planning to stream some stuff, so I might be involved with some of that. And then on Sunday is going to be Fading Dusk, I think is the name of the mod. I always forget the name of the mod. It's a new one, relatively new. I don't think people have seen much of it in terms of the gameplay or screenshots yet. So I'm kind of excited to see how that goes. Just 2 refs, we get ourselves a war factory. It's very, there's something just very nice about being able to use grenadiers. I always, just as a personal preference, I was never a huge fan of like destroyer infantry, but give me the classic GDI grenadiers any day of the week, although these seem to function with just lobbing their grenades, but still, the aesthetic is there. Here's a war factory, so as you can see the units for the actual main GDI faction are different to the legacy ones, so you got a skimmer and a, what's called a Krasar walker. So one of these is kind of a floating unit that does turret damage. These are kind of like Wolverines, if I remember correctly. So this is kind of our hover vehicle. Again, the soundtrack, so good. So it's kind of like a mini MMRS, I guess. It's pretty cool. And then here you have the little walker dudes, who are very much like the Wolverines. I want to try and see if I can crawl outside of the starting area. It's a little bit awkward. Might have to redeploy my MCV down here. What else we got? We got a couple of Marauders. These are like jump jet units, repair tank, skimmer, wasp APC. So what I'm going to do is get a few more of the walkers, because I believe these are actually balanced to be pretty good. Okay, so now we're going to do, by default it's redeployable MCV, so I'll move down here and get some extra reps in it. It's actually a pretty nice map. I thought it would spawn you with the beside the green tip as opposed to right beside the blue tip, but this gives you super huge eco from the start, as you can kind of see. So much cash, you don't know what to be doing with it. A little bit scary in terms of not having a lot of anti-air, so I should probably be focusing on getting a bunch of those skimmers. I assume they shoot up. Get a few grenadiers going. Should probably get, well, it's something the rest, so I don't necessarily need to build extra harps, and I got that free one in the crate at the start as a bit of a nice head start as a result. That's pretty cool. Maybe a couple of siege troopers trying out, why not? Go for mortar type units. I got the GDI plane coming here with the actual tanks. Put down our tank center. Besides going low power, it should give us access to a few new vehicle types. So we got the Phalanx Railgun. We're surviving here, we're doing okay. Here we have the GDI air units, but we're equipped to deal with air this time at least. This guy is trying to go towards the middle. There's a red tube here, and I think I want to try to get an engineer over towards there. To do that, I'll probably need a APC to repair this. So I'll prioritize getting the APC and get the Phalanx Railgun alongside of it. See how that goes. This guy over here. We'll send a new primary for infantry. Get a few engineers.
Keep an eye on the weapon.
On my way. Okay.
Actually, we have the engineer here. We should be okay. We don't need a lot of them. It's more just being cautious than anything else. What do we need? Uplink center. Uplink center seems pretty good. Oh wow. So kind of blew up a lot of the tip there, but and he's blocking my access to it. So I'm not going to be able to repair it, although I don't even see a repair hut on these bridges. So this one might not be repairable. TwistedDon has been defeated. No!
Then the shifters in working condition.
And the Phalanx Railgun units are here. It's unfortunate the connections are a little bit sketchy to some of the players. I'm going to assume some of that is just down to a bit of, well, the server's being quite busy at the moment anyway, and trying to find when it's decent. But also there is quite a bit of distance. I think TwistedDon is not necessarily based near myself, and Xeno. Could be wrong on that. But it kind of sucks that he's dropped out there. But hopefully we can still show off some of the faction units. Yeah, I'm not sure, Flippy. There seems to have been a few disconnects. I'm just trying to think about whether or not it's just down to the servers being a little finicky. Looks like these are the actual repair huts too. Might be one hidden somewhere for this. Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the situation is with that. Sorry you're getting disconnected. Oh, we have our engineer here. No? That's not it. Where's our engineer? Here he is. It's pretty cool visual effect for these huts too. It's a little bit different. It's not like the default one that you tend to see for these factions. Get the Valkyrie unit here. We'll deploy our scanner. Do we get the ion cannon? We have our uplink center. PAA. Do I have everything? I do. It's down here. Okay. Okay, so I guess we want a bunch of these, bunch of these, bunch of these, bunch more of these. So here's our Valkyrie unit. Seems interesting. Show off some action here from the Phoenix Railways. Looks like we're going to get a whole bunch of stuff coming our way, so we'll span out some grounds. We're going to repair the bridge and done the nice easy job of letting it in and attacking us. Here. See if we can survive this. Probably not. Not gonna have a particularly good time. One thing I try and do is get down. Again, you've got these standard kind of vehicle turrets. So we can try and get a helipad and just see what air units are available for this. You do like the new GDI War Factory? It does look very nice. It's a super nice model. These are pretty well designed too. Like a lot of the models they've done for this are different enough. So we got Orca Gunship, Carryall, and like a Manta, which is more or less like an Orca Manta, I imagine. It's pretty cool. A pretty fun look at how that can kind of play out a little bit. Obviously, you know, we're all not super familiar with these maps or the faction balance, but from what I can see, you know, each faction does have a lot available to it. GDI, as we saw, had those. Let's try to use this here. I'm seeing the second Orca bomber. Yeah, okay. It fires like a little EMP area of effect pulse. That's pretty effective. It's different. And you see a Banshee there from the knob there. Very, as it was mentioned during the stream earlier, you got like your banana unit, right? We got Scorpion tanks here. And you can also see there in the center, you got the traditional nod German artilleries. It's pretty interesting. And again, you can see some of the nod structures. Pretty cool. Iron cannon, just to show this off, why not? We'll put it here. Boom! Pretty nice. Just so people can see what that looks like. But yeah, I'll see. Let's see. It's pretty nice. What I might do is one more game and I'll play as Nod so you can kind of see the first person perspective from each faction. I'm guessing these weapons. Energy plus. Okay. Cool. GG. his base. Some pretty nice structures. Yeah, GG, that was pretty fun. Sorry again, Flippy, it kicked you out a bit early. Not sure what that's about. If it makes you feel better, you had nearly the same kills as I did, and I kind of fell apart at the end there. But yeah, I think it's a good look at like seeing the different factions and how they play out. So I think one more. Nod Genesis Legion? Sure. Fancy. Well, we should kick it to a 3v3, I guess. What's a good? This one was actually kind of fun. I tried this against the AI. What color do you want to be? Maybe purple. Nice domineering purple for Nod. And you do have the option, if you are playing this, to turn on sandbox mode, which basically disables the cooldowns for a lot of the buildings, so it only takes a couple of seconds as opposed to whatever the traditional build time is. Yeah, let's launch the game. Have a look. I have to say, all in all, it's been pretty fun checking out the different factions and how they all play out. Cool artwork as well. The competition ongoing. You can check that out in this Tiberian or in the Twisted Insurrection Discord. They've got a competition for the artwork used in these loading scenes, and the winner is likely to go into the game. So that's pretty cool if you're an artist. They also have an ongoing base building competition too. So whoever has like the prettiest designed base, you can't use the map editor for that. You have to do it via the you have to do it via via standard mission.
Construction complete. Unable to comply.
Hall of Faith here is the equivalent to the Hand of Nod for the more modern Nod factions. Again, you can only build on tiles that you have vision of.
New construction options.
So you got these husk units and the Cyborg Disciple. No engineers for this Nod faction. Have I blocked this off? Can I read it off? Have I accidentally blocked this off? I think I have. Shit. Whoops.
Unit ready.
Oh no, I have it. It's just the floor. Okay. Okay, that's not so bad. The one thing I like about this map in particular is there's a lot of tib in the starting zone. So I think you can get like 3 ref here, 1 here, maybe 2 here, before you even have to consider expanding upwards. A few more Cyborg Disciples seems good. Machinist costs 500, but it might be a useful thing to have. Finally down here. Fist and Nods. It's going to be our war factory. As you can see, it's pretty self-contained. You have like this one main choker to your base. As far as I know, they can't get in through here without like air units. Nod being Nod, they've got access to a few interesting structures here. We'll see what their tank variety is like. Usually it tends to be buggies, bikes, that kind of thing. So you can see here, Viper drone, Scorpio tanks, these Cleaver drones, which I believe have some controversy in terms of balance of ability, so that'll be interesting to see. I guess we want to go towards the blue team. So we can build over this way. We get a power plant, we get like a comm center here, radar facility. Cleaver's your fave, you a big fan of the Cleaver shrimp? Yeah, it seemed to be a bit controversial in the community. So these are the Viper drones, cool little laser effects, very Nod looking.
Unit ready.
Is here are the Scorpion tanks. Again, very similar to like a light tank type setup. Do like the visual effects, shooting in the water, it's always a nice thing in these games.
New construction
Get the core reactor, so we see like a giant power plant, advanced PP. Here it is. Here's the little Cleaver drone. I want to see the attack animation. Pretty cool. So imagine deadly versus infantry, right? Gotta love mass cleavers just ripping through entire armies. Oh, we can try it. What I'll do is I'll just build a couple
Build.
of Reapers before I mass a few of these. We don't want to take up all the space here, because we want to get a ref towards the B2. Pretty cool. So what else do we want? The air dome here is going to be the air production facility, so we can get whatever the Harpy equivalent is alongside the Banshee at the higher tech levels. Here you have the little Cyborg Reaper. I really like the model they use for this. It's different. You're going for it? Yeah, why not? Why not? What do we have to lose, eh? We can try. So we built one of these. We can't take this. As I said, lots of Tib on this map, so I do really like this. I've played it once or twice against the AI. It's been lots of fun.
Construction complete.
Cool. Let's see if we're finally going here. What have we got?
Unit ready.
Tech center.
Building.
I guess is good to get next. I'm guessing, Shrimp, that these don't have air units, and I don't know how effective they are versus vehicles.
Unit ready.
So, a little bit worried about that.
Unit ready.
We'll see, we'll see. Maybe it'll work out. We can test on one of these
Unit
Harrows.
ready.
Oh wow, okay, that seems alright. You can only combine it with mobile AA artillery.
Unit ready.
What if I was to sneak a bunch of these around the back of his base and take out his Harrows?
Cannot deploy.
There's our tech center, so we can get a few additional tech stuff. So a lot of the underground things, tremor artillery, we get one of those. Demolition drone, explodes on impact. Redeemer drone, super interesting. Resurrect. Not quite sure what the Redeemer drone does. We got one of those. Sand bunker, it's very expensive, but it's a great anti-air solution. Coming in at a whopping 1,000. We get an obelisk of light. And of course, you want to try to get the Temple of Nod up.
Construction
Classic. Put these over here. We want to get a few of these. Get an obelisk of light. It feels weird not to when you're playing as Nod. Okay. So here's the tremor artillery. Give it a fire. It needs to be far away from its opponent before it can actually launch the projectile. Hopefully not at this guy. This is our Redeemer drone. So you can see here the artillery deploys in order to fire, and then you can move it. It's kind of like a CatTanker with extra range. Here's going to be our obelisk. We're going to want this. Let's put it here in the middle of this choke zone, so no matter what angle he comes at, we'll be okay. Sunbunker is amazing versus air, don't need too many of them. Yeah, exactly, so the extra cost is kind of worth it. We do have the scanner. We need to build the So our scanner is giving us some vision. Or have these guys just gone totally in? Yeah, they've just gone totally AWOL. That's fine. Alright, is he running the harvesters away, or are they just... Can I get this? These are probably terrible. Yeah, they're not going to be good against the structure. Well, they're okay. A nice little bit of harassment, it's pretty cool. So you got the Apocalypse missile here charging up, it's pretty cool. And you got the Quake generator.
Building.
It looks like we're going to get at least one harvester here. Might get two, might even get three afterwards.
Construction complete.
I wonder, can you do that thing that AOD is constantly doing, where you keep one of these guys in the docking area and you like block access to it? I don't think it really works that well in Crimsonum. It's a very annoying thing that does work. You got a couple of additional units here, so the Elite Infantry, Cyborg Paladin, the Cyborg Acolyte here looks pretty cool too.
Building.
Ooh, we got the Iron Cannon taking out the structure here. Who is this? Nuclear Red Player. Xeno. Okay. Could be doing some serious damage. A little bit worrying. Okay, so I need to be building what? Tanks?
Unit
You know, we've
lost.
had our fun with those guys. A lot of the
Building.
Scorpion tanks, I
Unit
guess, are good.
lost.
A couple of Reapers peppered in.
Unit lost. Unit
One of
ready.
these.
Unit lost.
We'll set our rally point up towards here. Oh, and here it comes. We need to get a sand bunker.
Base under attack.
You can see how devastating this is. It's just one. Managed to get almost 2 orcas down.
Unit ready. Unit lost.
Not quite sure how well we're going to hold up
Unit
here. Let's
lost.
see.
Unit
I
ready.
suspect his army is much more better equipped to deal with the size of my... or the composition of my
Unit
units.
ready. Unit ready.
That's not good. Yeah, you can see that again. Here's our little spider drone. So you can deploy
Unit
this.
ready.
And it's a kind of like a turret, I think.
Unit ready. Unit lost.
There's the mammoths.
Unit lost.
2, right?
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Pretty cool.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost. Construction complete. Unit lost. Unit ready.
The spider drone is a laser wall. It's tricky to use. Okay, cool.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit ready. On hold.
Need at least 2 in a wall. Oh, it's like a portable wall. Is a cool idea. Quake generator. Going to be similar kind of super weapon effect. It's kind of like their solution to not having necessary access to like GDI's EMP cannon. It's kicking our butts.
Construction complete.
Quick generator, let's stick that there.
Building.
So you can see there the energy pulse effect. Pretty cool. We're going to use our new one for Xeno here.
Chemical missile ready.
See how effective it is once these orcas go down, just so we get an idea of the level of damage. Here we go. Wait for it. Pretty satisfying. And the iron cannon going off straight after it. Oof. Okay, that was pretty cool. It was super satisfying. But yeah, like the whole aesthetic of this just looks really nice. It feels super fun to play. As I said, the new faction, the corporation stuff is a real nice aesthetic to it that I'll probably main on this when I'm playing it online. Especially since it's the new toy to play with. But like the GDI factions and mod factions, as well as their subdivisions, like they all have these nice different feels to them, so none of it feels the same when you're actually playing them. So it's cool. Or if you are getting kind of bored, which you won't be, but if you are in a situation where you're finding yourself need a variation, like you play Nod all the time, you can always go back to the TwistedDon side of things and play with the older Nod models and give them some love there. And it makes a cool experience for the campaign too, because the campaign for this, it's got, 3 technical campaigns, I guess. It's got the main Twisted Insurrection campaign, which as I said is set between the first and second Tiberian War. But it also has the TwistedDon campaign, which is based primarily on the case of Tiberian Dawn, so it's based back in 1999. They've done a sort of revamp of the original campaign missions from Tiberian Dawn, and they reimagined them in a creative way. So you'll have like some classic missions there that you'll recognize straight at the bat when you go to play them. And then you have a bunch of covert op missions, so they've got some very special selected things you can go in and play and try out as individual missions, which is super cool. They did a really good job with it, and I look forward to seeing them coming out with more content in the following years. But this patch is huge. It's a massive amalgamation of work from their developer team, and I believe it's like the first major update they've had in about 2 years, so obviously the community's really excited about it, and it was really cool to see the players this morning, or the devs coming on this morning, and taking time to go through the missions and chatting through it and all that good stuff, which was very, very cool. So yeah, GG. I'll stick to my word. I don't think I'd be able to take him out anyway, even if I tried.
Unit lost.
You can see a little bit of his base here. It's very cool. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for my side of the streaming for tonight. I'll probably still jump in and out of games depending on what's going on, but it's very much been cool. It's been a really great experience being able to jump in and out of games. Feel free to stick around and play stuff online in the CNCnet lobbies. As you can see there, you can play a game for a long period without it crashing. We just had a little bit of unluck with some of the matches. But yeah, it was awesome, guys. Thanks very much for hanging on. As you can see, there's 3-4 lobbies up. Deuce is playing some games. Interesting to see him there. It looks like demos coming on with the devs to play some games too, which is awesome. I'll have a look and see who else is currently around streaming the game, but yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it. There's 17 people up playing it at the moment, which is the most I've seen active for it, which is fantastic to see. So well done to the guys for having an absolutely fantastic night tonight of games and fun. And do be sure to check out the Twisted Insurrection Discord. I can see there's a whole bunch of people in the voice channels there chatting about the game, so you can join them and get in some lobbies with them. And I also see Havoc's in the chat there too, another streamer, so he's likely streaming some Tib Sun action as well. And as mentioned before, I'll have up the session from this morning from the devs in the next couple of hours, hopefully, once that's exported. I'll be sure to get a cut version of this because we had the downtime, so it'll be a bit more delayed in terms of getting that online, but hopefully I'll get it up. I just have to take the 2 Twitch VODs and stable them together a little bit, so apologies for the connection issues there. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. We'll have a quick look and see who's streaming. I know Stream 89 was doing some of the campaign stuff for a while, but at the moment we'll see who's on. I'm not actually too sure. Let's have a look. Is he still playing? Stream 89. If not, I'll see. Let's see. He is still playing some. Awesome. Okay, he's going through some of the hard campaign, it looks like. Nice. Perfect. So we'll drop him a raid. So if you guys are curious about some of the campaign playthrough stuff, it's definitely worth sticking around and checking out. Thanks very much for confirming, Nick. That's awesome. But yeah, cheers guys. Take it easy.
Noch mehr?
Unit ready.